Well, Astralis steal away map #1 on Mirage. We head to Nuke. They won this in Katowice.
That's true.
They could try and do the same thing here, but I maintain FaZe was very close to actually taking that map at that time.
We'll see what happens, Matt. It's certainly been a great grand final so far. The first map delivered on all fronts. 30 rounds seen, 16-14 scoreline for Astralis there. And FaZe, they actually won both pistols with the 3 series. That was a big factor there. They're going to need more of the same here going forward in towards Nuke. They stand a chance of taking this one and actually getting back into this, and maybe we'll see Inferno. That's what I'm hoping for. Inferno will be so nuts between these two teams. And here we go. The 9th round is going to be completed, or actually underway, that means. So we'll have a look at that. It's obviously quite a CT-sided map these days. It's balanced out. I'd say you want it to be starting CT, and in terms of the stats, it's just edging towards CT slightly. But Kirishima opening things up, and hopefully we'll be getting underway momentarily. Comes. So, Device,
All right,
Matthew.
Device.
I think we have to talk about him in general, right? The fact he's looked so amazing today. Dever has certainly showed up, and Nuke is another specialist map for him. He's the outside AWP, of course. If he continued the sort of form we saw in the first half, the first map, I should say, FaZe are in a lot of trouble. Nico didn't really arrive. That's their secret weapon, and we'll see whether it works out for them. The huddles will come in, and map 2 will begin momentarily.
Well, Nico will call for stay. They're going to go CT. Not surprisingly on Nuke. So it works out this time that both teams won the other team. Both teams won the knife on the other team's map choice. So it actually works out they get the side they want.
I prefer that normally.
That's the way it should
go.
go.
Your opponent's map, you get to pick the side, right? That's the way I like it the most. But not a huge deal. Zonic, of course, giving the pep talk to his team. Glaive, I have to say, the tactics he was calling Mirage was just beautiful to watch at times. Like the fakes, he's bringing in the rotation calls as well, baiting FaZe into situations that are unfavorable towards them. Which we've covered a few times as well. Nico found that amazing AWP round to shut things down, but going to take more wondrous performances from him to actually manage to step up here. He needs to really arrive now. He needs to be the differentiating factor to make sure they can actually step up here. Rain was really good. Rain was great. He's been quiet in the early stages of the tournament, but he's really found some form now. Alu as well. He was decent, but he needs to be a little bit more on the scoreboard, I think, to actually challenge Device here. So the huddles finish, and FaZe will be sat down. Interesting, this team, since they've come together with Nico. 2 events, 2 grand finals. That's certainly sending out a message to the top sectors of CSGO. They're getting up there, the top 3 team now, I'd say. It's going to take a few more lands to really prove that, but the fact they're coming in and giving the world's #1 team really decent run every final, 16-14 in that first map, and they had the lead as well. Arguably should have taken that first map.
And 3 out of 4 finals now for Astralis. Semifinals in Vegas, which were still a great semifinal at that. VP able to best them and then take the trophy. They've gone off since. So too has SK. Both fallen off the performance, but Astralis is definitely world #1 with the consistency they've had.
Yeah, won't be going to Cologne, but got their sights on the major. I think that really solidifies it as the Astralis era at that point. We'll see whether they can step up and get back-to-back majors. That's what I'm hoping for.
We'll step in for them at Cologne.
Yeah, we're going to form a team.
Well, we already have a team, remember?
Yeah, that's true.
Yanko, you, Moses, Chad.
Yeah. Watch out, next event.
And then me. You're only as good as your weakest link.
Yeah, so we're screwed. It's going to be Nuke, of course. The 9th round did conclude. It's going to be FaZe starting on the CT side here. That's what they need. It's like I said, it's a more balanced map these days, but starting the CT side, the defensive side, and allowing the pressure to go towards Astralis certainly is going to be beneficial for them overall. Pistols so far for FaZe have been great. They've had 2 clean sweeps so far, and I think someone tweeted out. You said you thought it was like 13 out of 14. I saw on Twitter people have been
13 in a row, wasn't it?
So at this tournament, I think it's 13 out of 14 pistols they've won.
Wow, that's incredible.
Yeah.
I think they would have had to play more pistols than that, though. I'm just thinking about
I
that.
saw
They played 5 games in groups, if I'm not mistaken, because they knocked out SK.
10.
So that's 10. Then they played 6, so that's 16. And then they played 2 this morning.
Since they started winning them, right? That's probably last. That's when his stat begins. Anyway, let's get into it, shall we? FaZe on the CT side. 4 sets of armor. Alu with the defuse kit in here. The crowd getting hyped up now. Astralis. We'll see what kind of buy they're bringing to the table as well. Do they have any Superman mentality? They don't. 5 Glocks here, and it will be an HE grenade to suggest they'll be needing out that squeaky door. Actually, Device, we're using it to, that's quite nice, quite interesting. Using it to actually take down the skylines there. Not wasting any time, as they'll set up for a smoke as well, and flashbangs to go towards upper. This will be an upper play. Kiabi to lead the charge as he gets in towards the upper side.
Keo, good shot. Glaive tries to dance back around. Bomb dropped. And again, FaZe. This is incredible. Best pistol team in the world, perhaps, with that kind of consistency.
What is
a
that?
14th. And all 5 stay alive again. 0 kills out of available 15, if you want to call them all, or 3 rounds for Astralis on pistols. They haven't gotten 1 in a pistol round.
That's a crazy stat. Another clean sweep. That's so rare. Anyway, FaZe defended towards the other side. You can see exactly what Astralis are trying to do there. Device, he goes towards the upper roof outside, and uses the HE at the start to actually completely eradicate the glass and allow him to flash in there. It's quite a simple play, but not so much finding a single frag. That suggests the flashbang wasn't really that effective. We're going to the next one. Force by, of course, no bomb going down. It's going to be Zipex trying to find anything he can towards main entrance, but the first kill coming in from Rain. Good job to take down Device. Big scalp to take, but Zipex fighting back with that Tech 9. He finds the kill and brings it to a 4-4. But look how much damage has been inflicted. The nades at the start of the round, just disastrous for Astralis there.
Extremely disastrous. Despite starting off by getting Kyoshima down, the HP pretty low. Flash off Rain, can't peek. But Nico still toward backside of second vent. And at the backside of that second vent, he can pop out and try and control this as they push toward him. If they get toward the, especially with bomb, if they get toward the vents and get down below, they could do well here. But Kiabi's actually got the bomb heading over toward ramp. They weren't able to spot them, though, down below. So if they push back in ramp, they could do all right. Dupree does get found out, tries to fight off against Nico, manages to make it work as well, and then gets away. He'll go try and support Kiabi. American's already rotated. Surely they've got to try and get this bomb in position. Perhaps they think they've sold the rotations, brought Kiabi back. They want to go upper instead, but Alu, he's still on top of the hut, and Rain was watching very carefully from main entrance. They've got the information required now. That nade could be lethal. Dupree sees it, hears it, one or the other. Backs off, doesn't matter. Spray down, bomb dropped, and that'll be the round.
Good job by Carrigan, yes. Round secured indeed. The FaMAS finding those low HP players towards ramp. They hit Zipex in lower as well. They're trying to overwhelm the CD player, maybe get a trade there and get the bomb down, but that's not going to happen now. Zipex, he might just want to die here and get some cash. Maybe he gets 1 kill to UMP, that could be something, but he won't get anything. Low HP coming up the ladder. Rain finds him, and they lose 2 frags, but overall quite comfortable for FaZe. Carrigan sealing the deal. Round number 3, that was the force buy from Astralis, so this will be the full eco. Bomb planted that previous round, that's a bit of an issue, so see what they can do. Maybe throw the bomb down the vents. We'll see if they pass the bomb to the very best spawn. Doesn't look like they will. Cameraman good as ever. Finding the girls wherever he can.
Looks like Aurora. The singer, that is. No one knows who she is. It's fine. Jason and I are enjoying that comment. Smoke goes out to the outer position. Do they try and push up close? Perhaps no. Just push in through main instead. Nico with the UMP. A double nade inside of the smoke. Make sure that they can't try and rush down with the pistols.
They've shot at the skylights, but they have no flashbangs to do anything with it. What's the idea behind that? I guess it's just keeping things consistent. We talk about that idea, doing it every single round, just to, it's not weird when they actually use them. It's you can't really get too much information out of that. So, Device. Wall banging with a Glock. Ambitious. Not going to do much there, but it's something, I guess.
Rain will spot them. Good headshot. Receives one, however, has to be a little more careful, but Nico comes back out to help. They each find 2. However, Glave's gone undetected. Kerrigan, good rotation. Swift rotation, smart as well. Doesn't want to give up the bomb plant. They know outer, covered off, upper as well. He just rotates down, checks it, and finds him.
This is certainly classified as a bit of a bonus round here for FaZe. Got the FaMAS and 2 UMPs here, a clean sweep in the previous round. Lots of money to work with when we upgrade in these SMGs. They pick this round up. Fantastic position going forward. So Astralis, they bring out the 5 AKs, of course, can't afford the AWP. It's going to be smokes across the board. Nuke, not one of those maps you need the AWP, especially on the T side. You can operate at full capacity with just 5 AKs here. Device certainly capable of using that weapon. Let's get into it, shall we? Round number 4. They'll be trying to focus towards outside. A fast move from Dupree as well. Finds one of the CTs, and Nico can't do anything. He'll be falling back and actually taken down. Glaive, 5-on-4, just like that. They can slow things right down at this point now.
I thought they might try that push last time. It seemed inevitable. FaZe would test the waters eventually. Nico going down. Fortunately for them as well, Kiyoshima's going to get locked into a corner. No rotation towards Secret to try and get the shot on Silo and free him up, but Dupree decides to back off anyway. Actually found one in return on Device. Good rotation again from Kerrigan. Playing very well at the ramp position. This time not rotating early, actually catches them. That will give them the transition toward lower. Is there a rotation back the other direction, though? Kiyoshima, he's just gotten in toward main. Actually, take that back. He has gone down the vents. I thought he was above on the minimap. He's there, but can't find Xyp9x planning inside of the smoke. Good shot from karrigan there to find dupreeh. Great start for him as Rain gets Xyp9x. They could actually win 4 straight this time, not just 3 straight. CT side as well on the nuke. Kirby pulls back one where he can. 1 versus 3. Feet
He's
spotted, and Alu should be able to take him down. Should be, I say. Doesn't seem he will. There's time in this for Kirby still to work with.
No
Bomb
kits.
ticking, no kits, and they're on top of it now. They'll chase him down, and they've got to it in time. So they will be able to hold on based on karrigan pushing.
Got a bit dicey towards the end. But karrigan, a very good job, like you said. A ramp player normally by themselves, if they can find 1 kill in the transition towards lower and stay alive as well, he's played it perfectly. He actually gets 3 kills in total as he comes down towards lower, behind the terrorist at that point. And you can see what FaZe were trying to do at the start of the round. Use those lesser weapons towards outside, push aggressive, try and get a trade, at least something going. Didn't work out that way, but Alu managed to answer back a few seconds later. 4-0 though coming in for FaZe as Astralis couldn't really get rolling in the lower bomb side. karrigan shutting them down. The former in-game leader for Astralis indeed. Another buy though for Astralis available. 4th stage Lost Lotus and the bomb going down means they get 5 AKs, but not really much to work with. Might just be the outside smokes here, try and get secret control. As Xyp9x looks towards main entrance, spots Nico and gets headshot in return. He goes down to 7 HP. He had the lineup, but could not find the shot.
Device will start to work in towards Secret. Rain is backed off, should know that they're down there, so puts pressure on karrigan to rotate early. He's already gone, but he's alone down there at least for now. Rain doesn't dare retake stairs in behind the secret entrance because he knows they'll likely stop up to take him down. Good find from Kiyoshima to get dupreeh pushing to the vents late.
Well, the standoff begins at 4-on-4. Glaive has made it down towards lower and Device in the vents as well. So they have got positional control, waiting for any rotation to the CTs. Nothing down in the area whatsoever, but the bomb, that's all the way in T-spawn. So in terms of great control they've got towards lower, can't really capitalize just yet. And Rain looking to challenge, but he gets his head blown off from a low HP Xyp9x as well. That's a great shot from him.
Timing everything there as the smoke dissolved. Alu, though, gets to heaven. Bomb dropped. They didn't get it down there with the last 2 players, so even though they had secret, they had no access. They forced karrigan down onto the ramp as well on rotation. He went to control. Bomb may have been able to slip in that direction, but they didn't read it well. Alu's still waiting for this. They're going to try and come bail out the bomb. And he spotted Glaive's shoulder originally. Oh, timing. He's trying to bait that shot. He wants the fight, wants to get him out of position so he can cross, but now it's Device to strike instead. Kiyoshima's forced back in the hut, and now the bomb enters lower. He'll cover off this rotation if Kiyo even dare go down there.
Yeah.
It should be a kill for Device.
It's when his fast outside play comes in to fruition. Device has dropped down, should be an easy frag, but apparently not. Kiyoshima stepping up now and makes this a possibility. Bomb yet to be planted, it does go down. He does significant damage towards Kiabi as well. Can he find the frag?
Does indeed. Pre-fires door on the entry. Device giving it up, lets the entrance in. Tap to pull Glaive out, and he's got it right to think that he's going to be door. Glaive goes in, but manages it. And Astralis find their first round. A 4-round reset. Important that he keeps the AK, but they lose everything else.
Yeah, that's the problem. They go into this round, potentially going to play on a UMP as well. Sure, they get the win, but Kiyoshima doing significant damage to their money going forward. It was actually a really nice round from Astralis overall. This Kiyoshima doing a great job to make it so close there. He actually had the chance to win that as well. 2 frags coming in. That vent shot as well towards Device. I thought Device had him for days at that point. So there it is, the UMP for Xyp9x. Round number 6. The orb coming out for Alu once again. And if FaZe win this, that could mean double eco situation for Astralis going forward. Depends whether they get the bomb down, of course, but here we go. Whole shot in the door. He can't spot anything just yet. Looking towards the main entrance.
Ooh. Good spot. dupreeh ready for it, though. So even though Glaive goes down, dupreeh immediately there to avenge his teammate. Astralis looking to put a lot more pressure on the ramp than what we're used to seeing, and I like it, I have to say. I still think it's an area where you can exploit many of the weaknesses in the defense, the CT side, forcing them to rotate. With that trade, they'll start to control the pace as well.
So in terms of the utility man to actually get the bomb down here, no smokes. They have got Molotovs, and they'll be presenting a contact mentality towards ramp here. But karrigan defensive as ever. Like we said, 1 kill will do. Can't get it this time. Kiabi, nice shot to take him down, and they take the man advantage as well.
It rotates immediately. Gets the op toward the vent, but Astralis smartly has already backed off of that position, with Kiyoshima going down from Device, finally getting around it outer. He's going to be smart to hold off Nico. They'll hear the tags. That's going to have to try and be a save, and smartly as well, they're going to go towards Secret and try and cut those off. They should expect that, anticipate it, as Device is waiting above into the corner. I expect Rain to look this direction. Good shoulder peek does anticipate.
Yeah, baits out the shot to take down Device. They will indeed be saving their weapons at this point, but they're looking to see whether Nico can find anything here just to keep the money modest for Astralis. We know it's poor. Like I said, if they lost this round, it'd almost be a double eco situation for them. Crowd are screaming for some reason. I'm not sure what's going on. They sound excited.
Well, as they should be. Astralis are about to get their second round and give us something of a game to start this off. Yeah,
well, Nico, 5 HP, and Rain possibly going to be taken down here almost certainly at this point. There is Kiabi, finds him. So that's a really weak buy for Astralis. Hit the 5 AK, sure, but they didn't have much utility. Down to raw firepower there, and it works out tremendously as they manage to pick up round number 2, getting towards the vents. Device hitting shots left, right, and center. They get into it. Actually taking the money away from FaZe this time. It will be an AWP for Nico, saved in the previous round. Doesn't give it to Alu just yet. He'll actually be taking this weapon into round number 7. CZ, Deagles, and nothing purchased by Alu and Rain.
And they go toward the site. Nico's going to go fast. Look at this AWP from Nico toward lobby. Bomb goes down. He wants more. He tries it, and he goes back again. My goodness, Nico.
He had to step up, I guess, and one frag wasn't going to do it. Went for the second. It would have been glorious. He pulled it off, but unfortunately, he just ended up giving the AWP away, and now it's up to Carrigan. Here, footsteps coming in. He'll do very well to find a frag here. He's going to be overwhelmed by Zipex, but does take him down. Good work.
Gets away, not quite. Glaive will punish him. Nico is looking as bold as Simple used to look.
Right.
In the way that he's just taking fights that no one else would take. Rushing with an op toward HUD. Why not? Had bomb temporarily, but
step up, I guess.
Well, someone has to in this situation. There's not much available to them. Money in this particular round as well.
He could have fallen back right and actually gone maybe towards outside or ramp and try to funnel them as to where he wants them to go. But that's not the Nico way.
Saving this AK, they get rained down, is going to be quite important. Due to the fact simply that they will be able to buy in the next, but it's going to be quite limited. It's not perfect. So Kiyoshima will strengthen that tremendously just by keeping this gun.
Yeah, that should make it a nice full buy. They get third stage loss plan. It's got just over 2K per player as well. And Kiyoshima, he'll be able to drop one for anyone who's feeling that they want a bit more utility. And there's the AWP salvaged by Glaive. We have a pause coming in from Carrigan this time. This might be tactical. Just to decide whether, yeah, it is tactical. Just to decide where they're going to be going with this buy. Saved AK comes in, so they can buy the AWP. Who could drop it though? Actually, Kiyoshima is the only player that could drop the AWP. He buys up straight away with all the nades, and now he can't do it. So that's not even an option. Kiyoshima maybe pulled the trigger a bit too early there at that point. I think dropping the AWP was actually quite a beneficial idea for Alu, especially. Matt, can you work out what's going on in here?
No. No, I expected maybe like Navi had walked into the crowd or something along those lines, but seemingly not.
Well, 4-3. Astralis getting themselves in towards nuke. If you are just joining us, where have you been? It's been a great grand final so far here at Starladder. Great tournament so far, to be fair. I've been enjoying every single day of it. It's Astralis winning map 1, 16-14. An amazing display of tactical play, I have to say, from Glaive especially. Some of the calls he was making that T-side were phenomenal. Very cool stuff. But here's the final buy from FaZe. Got that saved AK, of course. Kiyoshima, like I said, could have dropped an AWP. Doesn't happen. Alu's down to an M4 and a defuse kit and a smoke grenade. That's about it. What's the play? Good nades towards outside. Doesn't inflict a lot of damage, to be fair, but it's going to be Device now. AWP in hand, looking towards the garage. To challenge him, and Nico's towards the main entrance.
Kiyoshima with a slightly different angle. That is a dink. Dupree's got to be very careful now. Nico seems hungry for more as well. Early movement for him to get down into the vents. They know they've got limited information outside. Rain didn't peek it the entire time, so Nico's going to rotate around. He actually may retake towards stairs at outside. So CT secret with the smokes down. They might walk directly into Nico. Good positioning. Molotov to consider the fact that he may be there, but how far back does he retreat? He could still sit corner. Boost on the inside of the smoke. They give it up. Rain spots it. Clouds give way to Rain, and he's able to take down Device. As Rain rotates back around as well, Dupree's still not moved much beyond the position at Silo. He's going to be timid with that HP. Nico, though, as mentioned, had already rotated. Looks down to avoid getting a headshot back his direction, and smartly so he stays on 60. Rain wants more, but 16 for him as he falls off the position. It rotates Kiyoshima back in behind the vent, so even if they walk back in through main entrance, Kiyoshima's ready to strike, and he may go early because he knows they're still towards secret. Good read. Bomb thrown to the floor at the bottom of the stairs.
What an absolute brawl of round this has been so far, but it might be concluded here as Rain finds another kill. The low HP Dupree goes down. 15 seconds remaining, and it doesn't look like that can be planted. They have to force a way to up. They can't actually win this, I don't think. 10 seconds now. Galby's just realized it. And down he goes. That's the round concluded. Zipex now trying to do what he can, but he will be locked out of this situation. Kiyoshima will strike once the timer goes down and taking down himself, unfortunately. Nico saves the AWP. Good work from him to not find kills, but just funnel them back towards upper. It was a bit of a messy round overall, but Astralis getting an opening pick. Tried to go for the boost. Rain spots them just above it. It's a little bit tricky. You have to nail that jump first, first jump, and then try and recalculate yourself. But he was watching towards the upper site, or the upper area towards heaven. And Rain finds a couple of frags there to find FaZe, round number 5. The buy available for Astralis here. Device on the AWP, but Glaive down to the Tech 9. But he is very good at that weapon, to be fair, so let's see what he can bring to the table as we go into round number 9. Device looking towards main entrance, but outdueled this time by Alu. 5-on-4, making it 5-on-3 as Nico goes wild from the HUD as well. Looking for a bit more here, but Kiabi, he strikes back.
Kiabi strikes back, but nearly goes down. 2 HP left for him, as they've only got a man advantage. You might as well call it 2.5. Or 2 and .02, if you want to get really technical, Henry.
I want to get real technical today.
Well, we've done it. We just did it. Kerrigan into the corner. Zipex, remember, when they transition over to their CT side, is very good in this ramp room. So we'll see if FaZe have any plans for that, because Kerrigan's been dynamic, playing very, very different positions in many different situations. Zipex, though, as we said, it's his room, and he's going to take it back.
Yeah.
Get out of my room, little brother. You're the ugly cousin now. Wrong team.
Unfortunately for Astralis, they tie things up, but look at the HP. Kiabi 2, Zipex taking a ton of damage there as well, and Alu finds Kiabi. It's going to be the 3-on-2 now, and not really much Astralis can do here. The bomb in the back of Glaive. He'll be trying to join Zipex towards lower. He's going to maybe make his way towards Vents. They can't just go all in on the plan here. They need to find another frag first. They've got the time to do it as well, so get towards that Vent area. Actually, are going on the plan. That's going to be Nico finding both frags here potentially as well. One bullet will do it. Got the bomb down, and Zipex might just have to run away at this point.
4 HP, there's nowhere to run. He goes back toward ramp. Kiyoshima directly behind him is going to grab the kill.
Yeah, he's done.
That's it. Instant. And FaZe Clan find number 6. Second in a row. Money deteriorating for Astralis. They can afford to force onto pistols, leave themselves at about 2K because they're going to go into a 3rd round loss bonus.
4th round, isn't it? After this one? No, you're right.
So it'll be, yeah, I think Tech 9's be a good call at this point.
Yeah, so 3 rounds in a row for Astralis. FaZe do find 2 back, and it was a previous weaker buy for Astralis as well. They had 4 AKs, but only the Tech 9 of Glaive, so nothing really forced into this one, just 2 PT50s, and that's all they can do. To be fair, Nukon, it's a very difficult map to get towards the bomb sites with just Tech 9s, as you have the utility to go with it, so this makes sense. Be very, very fast towards outside, and Alu spots one. Can't find the shot at all, though, as he misses a couple and gets dinged twice.
Oh, and he's going to get pushed. Glaive trying to search him out. Doesn't want to make too much noise because he knows Alu can still shotgun down with the AWP. Finds Dupree. Zipex covered off by Nico, who's done well to keep his teammate alive in all of this, as he'll throw a nade in to do further damage. And they may go so close. Look at the damage, in fact. Rain, 7, Alu, 14. They may go so close to getting a kill and get nothing.
Well, this is just good news overall for FaZe. They've been struggling against these anti-ecos and managing to post a clean sheet just about. So much damage inflicted with the Glocks and PT50s, but FaZe find round number 7 here. Starts only with 3, but still quite early days. Starladder can still win the half, and Robin looking happy as ever there. As they get into it, round number 11. Device back on the AWP, got out-dueled by Alu in the previous encounter towards the squeaky door position, didn't go towards outside. Quite a common spot these days, go and open that squeaky door, nade it out, and try and take the first pick of players coming in from main entrance, or potentially get the AWPers who are posting up in towards garage.
Glaive will go quickly, but Device blinded temporarily in the smoke, has to back off. Now they start to round Big Red. Clifford, the big red dog. Rain, the big mean FaZe player that holds outside, taken down by Dupree though. And Alu tagged up, has to back off of the corner with the AWP. Doesn't even fancy trying to peek back out from lockers. In fact, he's quite confused whether or not they're going to wrap around onto him.
He's got so much on his plate right now. Players all around him. Dupree, though, will be trying to find the next pick. Kerrigan will backing him up, so he's watching his flanks at least. And Alu can just concentrate on the window. But look, it's not an ideal situation, has to be said, in the locker room with just the AWP and Glaive homing in.
This is the better part, though, is that Nico's here as well, so they can't quite wrap Catwalk. He's looked away, and Glaive is searching, knowing that they're likely somewhere nearby. They'll hold position and wait for further information. Device may be the one to try and spot it as well. They hold the angle with the op. Glaive goes hunting. Nico's still not quite looked around. He's still in the rafters looking to the inner part of the site. Well, he does find Device, though. HenryG gets Xyp9x back, timing everything. And Alu, despite getting that kill, does still leave Glaive with some room to work, but somehow doesn't realize he's still inside of that locker room and goes down immediately as he goes into the hell position. A good pickup from FaZe, and patience from Alu gets him 4 kills.
Absolute patience. A lot of discipline coming in. They had the advantage. They knew exactly where Astralis, who posted himself towards outside, they actually established crossfires that gave them very promising positions there. Alu finding 4 kills after getting tagged to such low HP as well. That's fantastic from him. A difficult position to hold as well. Like I said, the locker room there with almost nothing, a horrible angle to work with. HenryG backing him up, and like you said, Nico towards top of ladder as well. Good adjustment from FaZe and managing to shut down the economy once again of Astralis, who are just trying to out-aim their opponents there with the AKs and walk into hopefully advantageous position. Didn't appear to be the case at all. And Alu starting to come to life now in this grand final. He's been fantastic at this tournament so far, especially on Inferno, which, by the look of things right now, could be a possibility going forward. It's another eco for Astralis, which suggests 9-3 will be coming in. They're going to get 4 deagles here. Xyp9x with a Tech 9. Dupree gets a bit of body armor as well, but no nades. And you'll probably see as to why Nuke doesn't really lend itself to these pistol rounds. It's very difficult to get towards upper. Your options are maybe rush ramp or go for the squeaky door of an HE grenades. And in terms of outside, it's not really possible. You'll get outdueled all over the place. So many angles to watch.
Molotov in toward Hut. Xyp9x watch window with Tech 9. It's Rain, though, that's going to spot them jumping down already at the outer position. And he sets a very passive, deep hold. Good shot from Rain.
Lovely stuff from Rain, and doing more damage here as well. Headshots all over the place. Done damage towards Glaive as well. They might find a kill and make it 2. This gets interesting now.
Very. Kiyoshima's under pressure with the smoke in front. They've gotten by Rain. Good shot back toward the door. That nade could be enough, but Glaive is aware of it, and he'll go hunting instead. Will to stay alive. Good read. And he expects utility deployed his direction. The HP is very limited still for Astralis. HenryG playing passive on ramp, so he can still support it outer as well. And goes down. Glaive, 4 HP. Finds him. That's going to create a lot of opportunity. As such, HenryG says, forget it. You hold upper. I'll go lower. Chance that one of them alone could do enough damage because of the situation.
Yeah, they still have a shout in this round for sure, with the man advantage, and CT's isolated for now. Problem is Glaive and Xyp9x very low HP. They're heading towards low with the bomb.
This has to be considered. This position from HenryG. They have no idea where he's gone because he's been rotating so frequently out of here. How do they read that he's gone in toward Toxic?
Basically, he needs to deny the plan and find a kill, and should be job done. He can close the doors once again. We'll see what he brings to the table here. 15 seconds. They have to commit. If they plant behind the silo, though,
no way.
They could be in business.
No way. They check it. He goes, gets one. Peeks out. Didn't stay for more. Could have potentially sprayed them down. That's going to leave him very limited. So they get the kill back. 6 seconds, though. Doesn't get the bomb. Doesn't get it.
No.
Device doesn't get it. He goes for the right click, or excuse me, left click, and FaZe is going to win it by a millisecond before Kyo can even get back in position.
And Kiyoshima finds another frag as well. So, like I was saying, I think you have to plant behind the silo at that point. When it's such low time and anything can happen, you haven't checked everything, go for the safe plan. Have a player watching decon. They don't take it. HenryG's calling for their crowd, and they do respond. And he steps up tremendously there. It was a 3-on-2, full eco for Astralis. And like we've been saying throughout this grand final, these are the rounds that have been eluding FaZe. After getting the first 2 frags, a couple of deagle replies from Astralis come in. And it gets very dicey, but they pick it up. 9-3 here on the CT half of Nuke. Another buy available for the Danes. 4 AKs and Glaive once again back to that UMP.
Xyp9x will contest ramp early. Smoke has a gap in it, so he'll peer toward headshot back ramp. HenryG plays a little bit closer. What a round. What an interesting round. Got the kill back when it looked like HenryG could have traded. Speaking of, HenryG gets 2 that time before he's traded. Bomb grabbed. But he's done another tremendous amount of work as Nico will get Dupree. It's a 4 versus 2. Alu. Bomb down. Glaive gone. Minute 14 may not even matter because Device has to try and get all the shots back. Can't do anything to bait out. Alu stays calm, composed, and gets another kill.
Alu's getting in his zone right now. This is what we come to expect of this guy. Very, very good stuff. 12 kills leading the charge with 12 kills and 6 deaths. Device, on the other hand, after a phenomenal first map, 3 kills, 11 deaths. Hasn't really had a chance to get that AWP out at all. Nuke, it's not really a big AWP-centric map on the T side especially. He hasn't really got rolling at all here. 10-3, double digits achieved. And Carrigan, what a spray down that was. Good stuff. And Alu just to finish things off. Cool as you like.
So Door, Molotov, Dupree to wait. Astralis. Although it looks sunny in the sky, I keep wanting to go outside where it's raining. They might be best to stay inside away from him because he's got Glaive down. Nico follows it up with a 2-kill, make it a third. Gets Device in the mix, and just as quick as that, it's another round for FaZe. They go 11-3 up as we head into round 15, a very impressive CT side.
Yeah, very, very impressive. Since losing those spell of 3 rounds in the mid stages, they've had a clean run of this one. 11-3, 7 rounds in a row, I believe, as well. Actually, maybe 8. But Auto Sniper coming in for Carrigan. Is this a good idea? I'm not so sure. It's maximum loss bonus for Astralis. No bomb going down, though. Still will be a tight buy. Calby on the Galil. Glaive with the Tech 9 here. And Auto Sniper for Carrigan. Where does he go? That ramp makes a lot of sense. That's where he plays. You just spam through the smoke and shut them down. You don't really need to rotate at that point. Just hold mounts 1 and hopefully find a couple of frags for that. I haven't seen it at all this tournament, to be fair. I haven't seen the Auto Sniper come out.
I think we did see it once.
It's got out of fashion a little bit. It had a bit of an era for like 2 or 3 months. It was coming in quite frequently.
We definitely saw it once. I can't remember what game it was. It was in group stages.
But it's normally one of those Hail Mary plays, right? You want to mix things up completely just when they're trying to adapt to what you're doing. Maybe you've had some success in one particular area, pull that out and just send a message out in the last round.
I have a sneaking suspicion.
Go on.
Is this where we see the Anders right-click smoke?
Which one?
In ramp that you can see underneath of. We talked about how we haven't seen that yet, and it
for
actually
Carrigan,
could be viable. Yeah, with an auto sniper especially. He's heading that direction. No, he's not going to do it. It's on the pillar, the yellow pillar. If he drops it in, he could look underneath of it, but he doesn't go for it. Instead, Astralis again will go toward outer. Rain's still here.
They go outside, right? But Carrigan's rotating with the auto sniper towards lower. He'll be ready for them. So it's a full commitment. 4 players towards Secret. Just Zipex holding the lobby area as well. Carrigan has the potential to shut them all down here. He will be facing and challenging.
Put on the hard hat. He's going to work with the nail gun. He's got 2 already. Kirby gets it back, but damage done. Is it significant enough? Is it enough to hold on? Molotov goes down. Device catches off Nico. Kirby smokes inside of the site. Device has a chance to try and get to that smoke to plant, but they have to bypass Alu, who's waiting with the missed shot. And this time they go for the safe plant. Rain's going to push around. Kirby low enough, he's easily able to find him. Checks the door, closes it again immediately, so the option exists to go there again later. 40 seconds down to 32, but it's all under Rain. Zipex and Device. Zipex going to relocate. Try and wrap back around to control room while Device will wait in decontamination. Rain going towards Zipex, who smartly stops up. At least they get a 4th round on the Astralis side, but now it's time they have to get a pistol.
Very good stuff from FaZe. Convincing, I have to say that, after winning that clean sweep pistol. They managed to get the 4-0, and there was a spell of rounds for Astralis and found them 3. But ever since then, Alu, great performance from him. All the clutches seem to be going in favor of FaZe as well. Carrigan with that great play in the 3-on-2 towards lower. Kept their heads above water. They've got a very good first half score here. 11-4. Here's a replay of that aforementioned pistol. But Matthew, do we think Astralis can come back from this one, or will we be seeing Inferno? We will find out after the break.
Well, Astralis may have won the first, but Nuke is going all FaZe clan. 11-4, they started things off very well indeed on their CT side. Can they convert that? Can they bust through and take Astralis down with pace? That seems to be their strength.
12-3 would have been a lock-in, I think, but Astralis still in the last round away. There's always a chance now. And the buy's coming in for the pistol. The Superman buy for Kiyoshima. Actually, two of them, Matt. We've got Kiyoshima and Alu with Tech 9s and armor. That suggests to me an upper rush. That's what we're used to seeing with that sort of buy. And we'll see whether it comes in. Alu going in first. It will indeed. Kiyoshima and him leading the charge. Going to get anything done here to make it 4 out of 4 pistols.
Well, Kiyoshima in the way. Toward the site, on the floor. Good shot, finds Glaive. It's Kierby to look over the top. They did lose one to Hellraisers this morning. It was my mistake, but it's not all in a row. It's still, like you said, 13 pistols. As HenryG will try to hold off Xyp9x from the ramp. They know he's very likely to rotate from that position in these situations. Response, finally a kill. The first kill on a pistol round for Astralis in this series comes from Kierby. It may be the only still, though, because they're all going down aside from Xyp9x. He's got 1 HP and over. 3 to find. It's going to be the 4th pistol for FaZe. And that may spell the end of this game as well. Astralis is going to have to do something of this.
Yeah, it's a very common strategy that the 2 best spawns get dropped Tech 9s. They're going through the squeaky door position. The reason is because in old Nuke, you could actually sit above that as a CT or directly above it. And you could actually quite easily shut it down. It's much more difficult now with the Silence USP at range to actually find these very fast players. The run and gun of the Tech 9 is something to behold at times. And they get in. Kiyoshima finds 3 kills. Has to be a force buy from Astralis there, no doubt about that. 5-7s and Deagles. That was must win for them. But they've been great with the pistol so far. They can answer back. There's still a chance into this. 12-4. Another upper rush.
Dupree quick though. 5-7 gets 1. He's looking for Nico. Knows he's there. Does well and nearly turns to find a 3rd. But Alu survives, and Kyo is able to respond by getting Glaive. So, calm down. Xyp9x again with 1 HP. Seems that's all he needs, because he picks up another kill. Damage done to the economy, but not around 1, and I doubt it will be given the position of Alu waiting for Xyp9x to enter in. Ooh, careful, but 1 HP, it won't be hard.
Another upper rush there, and that's a very common anti-eco strategy as well. Normally, I hate that. You know that very well, Matt. The fact that like, you're rushing a bomb site, potentially running into a stack, that's not so much a problem on a nuke for the reason I just stated on the pistol as well. No one really can be above you in that squeaky door position. Not going to have nades to slow you down. You could even run into a stack, and you're going to have the advantage of a few flashbangs you can run out. So a lot of teams do that. 13-4. Got a bit scary, but only a few frags picked up. Astralis has to be the full eco. And 14-4 looking very likely. Carrigan's down to the Mac 10. Going to farm some cash, throw himself in first. Maybe just rush up her again, but looks like they'll be slowing the pace down slightly here as we enter round number 18. This is looking great for FaZe.
Kiyoshima going to rush in. Xyp9x there, drops off finally, doesn't get the headshot he's looking for. And they'll push, they'll push, they'll push, they'll push, and he's going to try and bait them into the fact that Device is also in position. They see the feet go through. 2 in the room, though.
It's a party.
Might as well go for the knife. He was out of ammo at that point in time, and Xyp9x is able to stay alive for a second. But he's now last alive. Very tight, close angle, and Rain with an AK has the accuracy to work with. 14, 2 to go for FaZe.
Indeed, and after the force buy for Astralis as well, certainly not going to have the AWP. FaZe have a great opportunity to close this out right here, right now. No incendiaries purchased at all for Astralis. Can't really hold off those rushes super effectively here. No defuse kits either. The bomb goes down. They have a real rough time here. They need to be maybe hunting for a frag at the start, maybe go aggressive outside and challenge that, or maybe towards ramp as well. I don't think they can just sit back and allow a full execution to come in towards outer and give them map control. We'll see what they decide to do. Looking very good at FaZe, taking them forward to be a bit more cavalier into this round. Maybe a straight up rush, go aggressive, try and find a pick towards ramp. They're sending a lot of manpower towards that area. The bomb as well. It's up to Xyp9x, who's great in ramp. Good nade comes in. And like I said, he has to try and challenge a frag. He lines up a shot, but doesn't pull the trigger just yet. But they run past him, looking for the 3-man, only gets 2.
Huge play from Xyp9x to get passive behind the smoke, and it works so well. Rain gets below, though. They still have the position on ramp. Dupree, they've spotted him. Gonna try and flash himself back out. Goes early to find 1. Slow pace now as they sit a man down, but with bomb being planted. HenryG has 22 HP to work with. Kiyoshima, not sure which side of the window to be on. On the fence, you could say, as he does burrow his way back into control. HenryG jumps up, bait shot, but overlooks the position. That's going to bring this back level. And Device now knows the pressure on to try and find an opening in toward the site. Has information on 1, but not HenryG. And that 10 HP, this position could work, but Glaive catches him out. The headshot potential certainly existed. It's on to Kyo to try and pull it back. Speaking of headshot, nearly finds another, but then headbutts the nade. They're going to line up. Meat shield position! nearly pulls it off, but Glaive
think he
gets
has
the
it.
kill. He's got
Hasn't got
10
it.
seconds. He doesn't have it at all. FaZe Clan's going to pull this back. It's the round one, just barely. And a second time that they kill before a bomb could go down or a defuse could come in.
Oh, we did say going to that one, if the bomb's planted, they're going to have such a rough time there. It's 15-4 now in favor of FaZe, and KSHima does just enough there from the squeaky door.
Not to mention, Glaive stood in front of the diffuser for that exact reason,
Yep.
and the bullet that killed the right guy. If it had been the other way around, the defuse would have happened.
Well, here we go then. Map point, Inferno looking very likely. That's great news for Counter-Strike fans across the world. That's going to be an amazing map. Astralis have been run over here on nuke, and they go into round number 20 here. UMPs are famous, and it's just shotgun for device. It's going to take 11 rounds in a row just to force overtime. I don't think that's going to be possible at this point. This round should end it, but maybe there's a few more twists and turns yet to be seen. Rain going towards outside, can hear footsteps beneath him as he gets flashed. He'll be trying to find his opening pick. That's to slow things right down. Don't need to overcommit here. You know you've got a huge advantage of money. He's completely ruined for Astralis now.
Alu starts to probe out in toward main. Device hoping that they're going to push down toward the stairwell. Molotov will push him back, however, but see if they head that direction. Glaive's going to wait, no peeking. Rain goes, Device waits. Rain AK changes the angle. That's going to make things harder for Device, especially from this sort of range, but he's going to back off with Alu getting Zippix. Toward Heaven, around the corner, player waiting, but good read from Alu to turn around. Glaive from that range on a UMP takes both Nico and Alu. Device hesitant inside of the position in the ladder, trying to pop up with the shotgun, but Dupree's able to bait off that rain. They know exactly where he is as Glaive backs away, and he gets a third with the UMP.
He's so good at that weapon, isn't he? That's why he buys it so much. He's happy to have more grenades and use the UMP. 3 kills obtained, and they managed to at least stay alive for a few more rounds here. FaZe, their money's not looking too great. They don't need to force into any of these rounds. One will do it, so don't try and force your way into it. It's not required. It's such a huge bed of rounds here, so they'll just go with some Deagles and Tech-9s, bit of body armor as well. A chance, though, for Astralis. You can never discount them. They can always come back. For Rightfall's Device on the AWP, so they're back in the driving seat. That's this team FaZe, certainly capable of closing things out with just pistols here. KSHima have a chance, but Device, he opens things up with the AWP and finds 2 as well. Should be round over at this point. He might get the 3rd, but Nico will be running away at this point.
So smoke down for Keo to try and find a chance shot in that case, but try and find Zippix. They won't push through yet. Ooh, careful. Nico puts Glaive on 7. He'll back off. Device comes back out, though, and AWP makes no mistake. So you said 11 rounds in a row, Henry.
Yes. Ooh.
Miraculous.
Yeah, well, KSHima, the kills are really not that important. He's just trying to weaken Astralis any way he can, but Zippix, so he's got him locked in towards squeaking out. That's going to be the guaranteed frag. He might get another one, but Kiabi holds his nerve, and it's going to be 15-6 here. Like we said, FaZe don't need to force any of these rounds, really. Wait for the gun rounds, finish it off properly, and also they'll take another EK. Certainly had enough to buy. They had about 4K per player, right? But that normally would suggest you buy around that in a normal gun round. But when you have match point, or map point, I should say, it's just worth just taking these rounds and trying to see what you can do, try to get a bomb down there, and just make sure you finish things off with maybe the AWP on Alu and 4 AKs of full utility. It's the best way, most satisfying way to do it. So Tech-9's across the board. A few smokes to work with as well. We've got the armor, certainly a partial buy at this point. Smokes in fast towards up. They might just go for a sort of rush here. Good lord.
Great shot from Keo. Don't like this, not like this. Rain. He gets Dupree as well. Glaive's going to be on the precipice of trying to walk back down. Keo gets the shot up. This could be it. Tech-9s for FaZe. Appropriate. They win on pistols as they take Zippix as well. It's on to Device. And I think Device knows things may have frozen over. Flash in. AWP. Bomb planted. And FaZe Clan going to force out Inferno. You wanted it, Henry? They do it in convincing style as well. Device overstepping, has 2 to his left, 1 at door, 1 at the window. As soon as he walks in, they'll all swarm out. Good first shot, all things considered, but FaZe Clan do it, and it's Inferno as our decider.
It is, and I'm so happy about that. Nuke wasn't as hype as we was expected compared to Mirage, and you can see what it means to the FaZe guy, though. They pull one back. Inferno, where they've proved themselves to be masters on as well, especially Alu. I'd suggest he's one of the best Orbers on that map right now. It suits his playstyle down to a T, and that's going to be such an interesting finish here. FaZe, they look very comfortable there. Amazing CT half, big clutches on the T side as well. Astralis did what they could, but it wasn't enough. And FaZe now looking like everyone's warmed up. Nico's arriving, Alu's getting shots, and Rain continues his good form from Mirage.
Yeah, Rain was excellent outside. And Astralis put a lot of pressure on that position. Kerrigan did just enough at ramp to rotate and be unpredictable.
Yep.
Very smart in that sense. It was a very well-played game. Alu, don't need to say much. I think it was pretty clear, hitting op shots. Patience in one particular round, gets 4 kills, but all things considered, FaZe outclassed Astralis big time in that game, and they get the because that would have brought the series to 5 maps there. It brings us to a 3rd here.